Welcome, y'all.
Hey, Colin.
Howdy.
How are you?
Swell.
Who'd you bring with you tonight?
Hannah Banana.
What's up?
How you doing, Hannah?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What you drinking?
I found these Angry Orchard 8%. So we're trying them out, and they're doing the job.
Hey, were you having one of those last night? And you were like, I'm kind of feeling this.
I had two, and I was feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Mm.
Big, bold, madly refreshing. Imperial.
Is it true? Is it big and bold and madly refreshing?
It tastes the same.
It looks almost empty. Do we need to grab you another one? Oh, you got one.
I got my backup.
Colin, what are you drinking?
A nice, crisp Miller Lite. The beer of warriors.
Nice.
Oh, a freshie.
I think that's what they say.
Do they?
No.
The champagne of beers.
Oh.
That's
High
High Life.
Life. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all got anything new you want to tell the audience?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Same old
Should
around
I
here.
see how well Ashley listens? And,
No, I don't think so. We're not giving out any info
Okay.
about that. But it will come soon, listeners. You'll hear the exciting news.
Very.
Welcome to Grits with a Side of Murder. If this is your first time listening, we're going to do some funny shit this week. I'm going to tell you about stupid, funny crimes and criminals.
I'm here for it.
The first set that I got for you is off of rollingstone.com. And they did, in 2017, 10 most not fucked up. It's the 10 most WTF crime stories of 2017.
Why the face?
Why the face? Yeah. Were we making up other things to say about that the other day? Or is just why the face?
I'm not sure.
Speaking of why the face, let's show this guy's face.
Ooh.
Let's see here.
What a handsome devil.
Let's see what he did. Okay. So he's from Florida.
Yeah.
Nice.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Police in Marion County, Florida, pulled over 26-year-old Patreon Stokes.
It's Patreon, and you should subscribe.
It's got 2 T's, so I'm calling it Patreon. But thank you for that plug.
Yeah.
Was this in
Patreon.
2009?
No, 2017. Remember, it's Rolling Stone's WTF stories of... Okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
So he got Patreon, got pulled over for speeding. They apparently smelled marijuana, searched his car, allegedly found a bunch of drugs, specifically meth, crack, and heroin. Oh, and they found money. They took him into custody, but when they arrived at the station, the money had vanished.
Ooh.
He ate it.
It was a short-lived mystery. Money started falling out of his backside in the form of $20 bills. Like he was some kind of gastrointestinal ATM.
I love that.
So he tried to stick it up, and he ate it.
You poke his belly button and it goes cha-ching.
According to a Facebook post from the Marion County Sheriff's Office, this is a quote, after a necessary but undesirable process for everyone, deputies located $1,090 in U.S. currency hidden in Stokes' rectum.
Okay, I feel like the drugs is what you should have hid, not the money.
But I mean, in 20s, that $1,000, almost $1,100 in 20s.
But how did he have time between when they saw it and when they couldn't find it?
I don't know what, I mean, they weren't watching him very good.
That's a whole nother way of saying cash for ass. A whole nother reason.
Gas, grass, or ass. Nobody rides for free.
Or cash in your ass.
So Stokes received 1 charge for his rectal magic trick as well as a litany of drug charges.
There's a movie coming about that. The magical...
I don't know.
The movie you want to go see.
Oh, that I don't know. I'm not quoting that movie right now.
Yeah, that understandable. It was a test.
It's coming out on March 15th, though. If anybody wants to look that up,
it's like Harry Potter.
It's black.
Potter.
It's black.
You've never seen Harry Potter.
From what I've been told,
It's Black Harry Potter. Yeah. Okay. Vatican drug orgy broken up by cops.
Oh.
In the epic parties department, a priest at the Vatican was caught by police in a big gay drug orgy. Neighbors were sick of the noise and the steady stream of young men visiting Monsignor Luigi Capozzi's apartment, so they called the police. According to an Italian newspaper, the Vatican's police force arrived at the scene mid-orgy, where they found a group of nude men rolling around on the floor in the throes of pleasure.
Altar boys.
I bet they didn't see that coming.
Though gay sex isn't illegal in the Vatican City, drugs are, and Monsignor Capozzi was arrested. The priest was serving as a secretary to Cardinal Francisco Coca Palermo, who heads the Pontifical Council for Legislative Texts. They have a cardinal in charge. Okay. And he also advises the Pope. So this was sort of like the Da Vinci Code, but with way more drugs, according to Rolling Stones. Capozzi was reportedly sent to a convent outside of Rome to repent, and his position was replaced.
Jeez.
For a virgin altar boy. Virgin altar boy.
That job must not be very fulfilling.
I mean...
Oh.
Okay, that's not what I meant.
Oh. It was a good pun.
I just meant that he had to fill his free time.
Yeah, by filling dudes.
With drug-fueled orgies.
Yeah.
But at least he wasn't touching little boys.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's a bright side.
I mean, they said young men, so...
They did say young men.
I mean, I'm thinking 20s.
I'm thinking
Let's hope.
17 and a half.
Okay. Well, you know, Europe, their age for drinking is way younger, so
Right.
maybe their age for consent.
I think it's like 3.
for
wow.
consent.
No. No, for drinking.
Okay. This one is titled Guy Dressed as Joker Arrested for Wearing Mask.
Okay.
In March, 31-year-old Jeremy Putnam dressed up as the Joker. To be specific, the Heath Ledger interpretation.
Let's put a smile on his face.
Yes.
That face.
He dressed up like him and wandered around Winchester, Virginia, which is a sleepy town outside of Washington, D.C. While he was wandering around, he was also carrying a big sword.
Was this Halloween, you said?
No, it was not.
Oh, okay.
It was
All
in
right.
March. It happened in March.
That's even worse.
Okay. The big sword and the mask, or whatever you want to call how his face looked, kind of distressed the locals, who perhaps felt threatened by the menacing clown with the sword. And the local emergency dispatch center received multiple calls. Police arrested him, not for the sword, but for wearing a mask to conceal his identity, which apparently is illegal in Virginia.
Really?
Sword, no problem.
Wield the sword all you want. Just make sure we know who you are.
Just pin your driver's license to your chest.
Those rich men north of Richmond.
Make sure our one security camera in the state can pick you up.
So Jeremy Putnam's lawyer claims that he actually wasn't carrying a sword and that he was merely walking around town minding his own business. That's what his lawyer says.
Maybe it was like for St. Patty's Day, the green hair from Joker.
Maybe.
He had to go the whole outfit. Yeah.
It just doesn't sound like from the article that there was any like reason for him to be celebrating
One man parade.
in any kind of costume. One man parade with a sword. Okay, this one is titled The Joker. This one's titled Man Farts at Detective Until He is Released.
Like release like himself.
Like, is
Until,
him or
until he shits his pants. No, until he is released from custody. Generally, when being interrogated by police, it's best to keep your mouth shut unless you have a lawyer by
and
your
your
side.
butthole.
Keep your trap shut. But asshole.
It's best to keep your mouth shut unless you have a lawyer by your side, but maybe there's another way to get out of trouble. Sean Sykes Jr., a 24-year-old resident of Kansas City, was riding in a car in which police found drugs and 2 handguns, so he was taken in for further questioning. when a detective asked Sykes about his address, he leaned to one side of his chair and released a loud fart before answering with the address.
Nice.
I'm surprised he didn't fart out his address.
One Morse code.
You can burp your ABCs and fart your address. You're good to go.
The detective wrote in his report about the interrogation. The barrage of farts continued, and according to the detective, he, quote, continued to be flatulent, and I ended the interview.
Petulant and flatulent.
I got to keep that in mind if I ever get interrogated.
Just start fucking...
You better make them stop at Taco Bell before you go to the station.
Yes.
My
Or Grand
recommendation is when they get you in the car, start the farting then. Don't
Right.
wait until you get to the station.
Right.
Okay. Though he was not charged, Sykes was pulled over 2 months later. Police allegedly found crack and a stolen gun in his car. And it seems likely that he won't be able to fart his way out of trouble this time.
Was it like his butt crack they found?
Found
crack,
Oh, you just got that in?
butt crack, full of farts.
It's like, what are you talking about? I think it was all of him. I don't think it was just his butt crack.
Okay. Y'all know who Kim Jong-un is.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about Kim Jong-nam.
Is that his
That's the
brother?
Vietnam one.
Is that his brother? His dad?
It's his half-brother.
Thank you,
Okay.
Chandler.
I know a lot about Kim Jong-un because Dalton was replacing the sink in the bathroom, and that was his music that he was listening to was a Kim Jong-un podcast
Really?
or a YouTube video.
Okay.
It wasn't a podcast. He wasn't cheating on you.
Okay, good. I won't read the title. I'll just tell you the story. One of the weirder stories of the year was the assassination of Kim Jong-un's half-brother, Kim Jong-nam. While making his way through Kuala Lumpur International Airport, he was confronted by two women, one of whom was wearing a sweatshirt reading LOL. The two women sprayed him in the face with VX nerve agent.
Ooh.
He died 20 minutes later before he could make it to the hospital.
Jeez.
The strangest part of the story is that the women later said they thought they were taping a comedy prank show. They were
LOL.
They were paid to spray a few other men in the face with water earlier that day. Apparently, they were unsuspecting assassins. In October, they pleaded not guilty in Malaysia and potentially faced the death penalty.
Really?
I feel like it
Yes.
doesn't take much to get the death penalty.
But they should have been released. They did good for the world, in my opinion.
Listen to me. Her shirt said LOL. You should not be held accountable for anything
not-
that you're doing when
Lots
your
of
shirt
love.
says LOL.
Agree. I'm not saying she's not a dumb bitch, but LOL. But
So yeah, they could potentially get death penalized.
well,
If I was her lawyer, I'd be like, do you really think an assassin would be wearing an LOL sweatshirt?
right. But did the world a little bit of favor.
Yeah.
It's Kim Jong-un's brother. you
Well,
know.
we don't know if he was good or bad. He might have been the good brother.
He was a half brother.
Half
He might have
good.
been half good.
Okay. Woman caught smoking weed in parking lot before court summons for weed possession.
Okay.
Hang with me on this one. Over on Long Island, 26-year-old Ariel Bonacci was snagged by cops for marijuana possession. A few months later, she had to show up for the court summons. Court appearances are super boring, but you know what would help? More weed.
Mm-hmm.
So according to police, she rolled up to the, I guess, courthouse or wherever she was supposed to be.
Good one rolled up.
Yes, it gets better.
Okay.
She rolled up, cutting off undercover cops while talking on her cell phone and parking in a spot that said PD parking only.
Nice.
Not exactly the smartest move, but to be fair, she was allegedly super fucking high. When cops confronted her about her illegal parking spot, a huge cloud of pot smoke puffed out of the window. Maybe she was just holding the smoke for a friend.
Yeah.
She was charged with unlawful possession of marijuana again
Mm-hmm.
and has to appear in court again. So, I mean,
Was
I guess
she innocent?
I mean, at least go around the block. Why you got... She did not want to miss out on that front spot.
if you're going to show up for court for weed,
Yeah, you're halfway there. I mean, you showed up.
that's true. But if you want to be a little incognito, don't park in the for police parking only section.
Mm-hmm.
And then roll the windows down with I just picture some
Right.
banging rap music,
Right.
great playing. Okay.
No, it's reggae.
No, it's
reggae music.
it's Afro Man
I'm a
playing.
murderer.
I was
Cold
gonna
45.
I was gonna go to court, but then I got high.
Oh, the other one.
I was gonna pay
My
my,
child support.
but then I got high. I was gonna pay my fines for marijuana possession, but then I got parked in a police officer's parking spot and got high.
I don't remember
I don't
that
think that
verse.
rhymes very well.
But if given the story, Afro Man could make a great
Oh yeah.
song out of it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's goated.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alleged bandit gets stuck in chimney.
Nice.
Santa?
You beat me to it.
I know him.
Did you hear me earlier when you said Francisco? I said Francisco.
Now I'm hearing it.
Ooh, that was the book he was reading, right? No. Who was Francisco in Elf?
I think that's who called on the phone.
Oh, was it? I thought he was reading that book in the corner and it was
Maybe
something
so.
about Francisco.
San Francisco movie.
Okay.
Back to the
sponsor
topic.
for the podcast is
Back to the
Elf.
murderers and criminals.
Here we are in March and Elf is sponsoring the episode. Okay. A man in Ridgecrest, California attempted to rob a home by sneaking in through the chimney.
Must have been a South Pole elf. Okay, moving on. Sorry.
This is a move known as the reverse Santa. Keith Schultz climbed into the chimney, but that's as far as he got, as he severely misjudged its width.
He had them childbirth and hips.
Too many cookies.
Desperate for help, his female partner allegedly tried to break into the house to help him, which police believe triggered the home's burglar alarm.
Mm-hmm.
She then called police for help, but then she escaped into the night before they got there.
Mm.
Meanwhile, firefighters pried Schultz free from the chimney. He was taken into police custody where he posed for a mugshot covered in soot. A headshot that could surely get him cast in a local stage production of Oliver Twist.
Mm-hmm. I was picturing
Do you have the picture?
I do not.
I was picturing the chimney sweeps off of Mary Poppins.
Me too.
Yes, yes.
Chim chimney,
Chim chimney, chim chim
Do
cheree.
y'all know all the same songs?
Mostly church songs.
Mostly so.
Mary
Father
Poppins.
Abraham
Had
had
many
many
sons.
sons. Okay.
That made sense.
This one is called Circumcision by Gun. How do you feel about that, Colin?
Leave me alone. I'm not pissing Ashley off. That's all I gotta say. It's a snapping turtle.
A robber in Chicago faced the ultimate punishment when he shot his own dick.
It was a self-circumcision.
Sex Pistols.
In October, 19-year-old Terrion Pouncey held up a hot dog stand with a...
Even Chandler.
If I can't get these wieners, I'm gonna take my own.
No, he saw those wieners with wanted to look like them.
By the way, thank you, Chandler, for camera switching for us. All right, let me try that
I didn't
sentence
see
again.
any wieners that looked like him.
In October, 19-year-old Terrion Pouncey held up a hot dog stand with a gun in the West Pulham neighborhood on the city's south side shortly after 6 a.m. What the fuck hot dog stand is open at 6 a.m.?
Dedicated.
Is it still open or just opening? Is it breakfast hot dogs?
Oh, is that a thing? Breakfast hot dogs?
I don't know.
I feel like it's a New York thing. Where's this at?
This is in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago. Yeah.
Chicago.
Okay, after snatching the cash, he made a break for it, and his gun accidentally discharged into his junk.
Well, he might discharge that gun, but that dick ain't discharging no more.
The unlucky robber was taken to Christ Medical Center and arrested.
Normally the discharge is out, not in.
Solid point.
I agree, but I also feel like he may have gotten an infection and had some type of discharge from his wiener.
Yeah, it's
after
black powder.
shooting. Yeah.
It was chili.
Chili dog.
I want all your cash and a chili cheese coney. Bam! I just shot my dick off.
I got all these replacements. I stole a hot dog.
That would be.
Brings a piece of a hot dog instead of his dick to the emergency room.
Can you sew this back on? Just cut a slit at the front.
I kept it. I kept it on ice.
Do you have any Vienna sausages?
Oh my god! I knew y'all would love these.
Oh, these are awesome. We need to do these all the time.
Okay, now I'm gonna. That was the Rolling Stones stories.
Rolling Stones, I applaud you.
And it was 10 most WTF crime stories of 2017, but I don't think I told all 10. I just pulled some of them out.
Your favorites.
So these are from
The Wiener Bandit.
murdaugh.edu.au. So I guess it's a university maybe in Australia that these stories are coming from. Murdaugh.
Oh.
Don't get cocky, is what this one says.
Oh,
We'll
they're
follow.
talking
Oh
to me.
God, here we go.
Don't get cocky.
Oh my gosh, I printed these in like an 8 font. I can barely see them. Okay. In 2015, Christopher Wallace, a 24-year-old from Maine, it says USA after it. I didn't think I needed to say that part.
Maybe for Colin.
It could have been Main Street.
Was on the run from police after allegedly stealing cooking equipment.
I thought it was going to be lobsters for sure.
He
Yeah.
was that guy on Bourbon we saw with the hibachi plugged up. That was him.
Okay, stealing cooking equipment, right?
Exactly. Having successfully evaded police for weeks, he started to get cocky.
Cookie. Sorry, bad joke.
Posting to Snapchat that he was at home hiding from the police.
I love those.
On seeing this, a couple of his followers alerted police, who then searched his home.
Played yourself.
Martha Stewart pans.
What did you
or
say,
whatever it's
Hannah?
I said, played yourself.
Played yourself.
called. Plate yourself.
What'd you say, Martha Stewart? What?
Cooking appliances all over.
Unfortunately,
Is that right?
despite
No.
the tip-off, police had no luck finding him and called the search off. That's when Christopher posted again, saying police were just in his house and he was hiding in a cabinet. The police were alerted again and searched.
He
Did
must
they-
have been really tiny, or he had some big cabinets.
Did the police dish out the warrants?
Police
You're on fire.
Police searched cabinets to find.
I bet he had some pot.
The next sentence says,
Okay, you're done.
police searched cabinets to find pots, pans, and a pair of feet. The feet were attached to Christopher, and he was placed under arrest.
Okay. Well, is he a butcher now?
He went from stealing cooking equipment to chopping off feet. No. Okay. This one is titled, "We are delighted to offer you an interview." In 2016, bank employee Alberto Savadraria, let's start over. Alberto Lopez from Arizona was suspected of stealing $5,000 from his workplace over the course of 3 months. He was reported to authorities and promptly quit his job and moved to Phoenix. In 2018, now this is 2 years later, despite being a fugitive, Alberto applied for a job as a dispatcher for the local police department. On seeing his application and making the connection, the police couldn't believe their luck and thought the easiest way to catch him was to offer him a job interview. When he arrived, suited up, ready to impress, he was arrested on the spot. How dumb are you?
So he didn't get the job, I guess.
No, he didn't get the job. But Chandler's going to work at Old Navy.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about Chandler. I was like, should we out him? But they don't know which Old Navy.
There are a lot of Old Navies in America.
Not the new one.
The Herald's Navy.
Yeah, the Navy his dad joined. Go to jail, do not collect $999,524. That's what this one's called.
All right.
In 2011, 53-year-old Michael Anthony Fuller from North Carolina, USA, walked into a Walmart store and bought a vacuum cleaner and a microwave for $476. So far, nothing wrong with that, right? Well, Michael attempted to pay for his purchases using a $1 million note from the game Monopoly.
Oh.
After demanding change of $999,524 from the cashier, the police were promptly called and he was arrested.
Oh, he was trying to do the old trick.
Mm-hmm.
Give a big bill for something little and get the and get the real cash back.
But it was Monopoly money.
Yeah, that's where he messed
went straight
up.
to jail just like a Monopoly.
Did not pass go, did not collect $200. So he did get charged with attempting to obtain property by false pretenses, and he had a bond of $97,500.
Wow.
I wonder if he tried to use Monopoly
I don't
money.
see how you actually get arrested for that though, because like everyone knows it's fake.
Right.
Like it's not like he had counterfeit.
Well, apparently in North Carolina, attempting to obtain property by false pretenses is what
That's so
that fell
crazy.
under.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I was the cop, I would have just been like, you're an idiot, get out of here.
Yeah. Unless he walked out with the microwave.
Right.
Wait, what did you say? If you were the cop, you'd be like, what?
I'd just be like, you're an idiot, get out of here.
Well, in Walmart, that doesn't really narrow it down.
Yeah, good point.
Did he have pants on is the question. Looking good, Donald. That's what this one's called.
All right.
Okay, in early 2016, Donald Chip Pugh was suspected of arson and vandalism, so a warrant was sent out for his arrest. To help track down Donald, the police of Lima, Ohio shared his mugshot on their Facebook page. Donald clearly didn't think the photo captured his best side, so he texted a more flattering selfie to the police department.
I feel like I've heard about
Me
that.
too.
I feel like there's been more than one of
Yeah.
these.
Yeah.
And when he texted, he said, here's a better photo. That one is terrible.
Mhm.
Still obviously wanting to repair his reputation, Donald then called into a local radio station to justify his actions. And this is a quote. Man, they just did me wrong. They put a picture out that made me look like a Thundercat or James Brown. Google it. On the run, and I can't do that. That was his quote. Police were delighted with Donald's help and later arrested him in Florida. So Donald decided, best case scenario, I'm running to Florida where I can be with all the crazy people and not be stand out too much. Okay. This is the last one I have. It's called Stranger Than Fiction. I did not read over this one, so I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad.
Hit me with it, mama.
I'm sure we'll laugh.
Christian Bala, a Polish author, wrote a crime novel in 2003, which quickly became a bestseller in Poland. It gripped the nation and received a lot of publicity. However, police found many of the details about the murder in the novel eerily familiar. The description of the murder was remarkably similar to what they knew about an unsolved case on their books, which was the torture and murder of Darius Janisowski. Police decided to dig a bit deeper and discovered not only had Christian known the victim, he was the last person to have seen him alive and actually sold the dead man's mobile phone. Christian was duly charged and received 25 years in prison. While it...
What a dummy.
Okay, so
he got away with it for like a good minute if like it
Yeah.
was still open.
while it might be hard to catch... Oh, that's just some extra added onto this. So that was the end of that one. Stranger Than Fiction. So the guy wrote a book committing his crimes. And
Stupid,
Yeah, that
stupid,
definitely. I
stupid.
mean, you can't write a book and get it published and all this quick. So like, he got away with it
Yeah.
for a good amount of time.
just writing the book would have taken a couple years, I would think.
You know, he
Right.
was doing the murder, and he said this would make a great book.
Story, yes. How many Polacks does it take to arrest a guy who wrote a book about a murder?
I didn't know cops could read. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're under arrest.
Okay, to end this, we're going to go on to our stupid laws that are on the books.
Mm-hmm.
We're at South Dakota.
Yeah.
There's only one.
Only one stupid law?
I've gone through so many states at this point. We're on South Dakota. I'm going in alphabetical order, and there's only one for South Dakota. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
It is illegal to lie down and fall asleep in a cheese factory. Anything? Anything?
I would love that. If I could live in a cheese factory and just sleep in there, I'd
You would
love that.
never shit if you lived in a cheese factory. Think
Debatable.
about it. Think about it.
Debatable.
You would never shit.
I wouldn't need to. I'd be so happy.
You'd be completely constipated all the time.
Is it just one type of cheese?
Okay, we're going to go on to Tennessee since South Dakota disappointed us with
I
the
know.
cheese factory.
I was trying to think of some sort of pun with cheeses. I was like, let me lay a swish
Nothing
down.
cheesy.
And I was like, yeah, it was all cheesy. Yeah.
Okay, in Tennessee, scary this needs to be a law. Driving is not to be done while asleep.
Ooh, I've done that a couple times.
Well, I think that's everywhere.
I would agree. It is illegal for a woman to call a man for a date.
Oh, nice.
What is this, Mayberry? What the shit? Okay. Hollow logs may not be sold in Tennessee.
Good.
Is that a problem?
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting the whole log. You're just getting
You're getting a hole in the log.
wholly log.
You're just getting air, basically.
right. It's like the Lay's, which should also be illegal. Too much air in the Lay's bag.
Yeah, that I agree.
It's the Lay's equivalent to wood.
Exactly. Well, that's a good law.
In Memphis, Tennessee, it's illegal for a woman to drive a car unless there is a man either running or walking in front of it, waving a red flag to warn approaching motorists and pedestrians.
That was on another state.
Yes.
And
it
I'm
was.
here for it. If a president were to run and that was his only thing he wanted to like make a law, I'll be here for it.
Really?
100%.
All right.
You gonna be running in front of the car?
And sometimes I need to.
Does your woman drive that poorly?
Just women in general.
Colin.
I'm just joking. My
That's
name's not Colin.
www.colin.com if you want to. Okay. An ordinance forbids anyone to sing the song, "It Ain't Going to Rain No Mo."
What?
Yeah, that's what it says.
What
They must
song
have
is
played
that?
it on the radio too much.
Never heard it. Don't
It
know.
ain't gonna rain no more.
Thank you. That's way better than the way I
sorry.
interpreted it.
It must be like the Wonderwall
It ain't
of Tennessee.
gonna rain no more.
I got
This is the
2
one I
more for Tennessee,
All right.
and then we're going to end it. So be thinking of something snappy to say for these two.
All right. All right.
It's illegal to catch a fish with a lasso.
I've got nothing on that other than just a fishy situation.
Sounds
But that was-
slippery
that
to
was
me.
lame.
No,
Can't catch a fish
Try
with
again.
a
One more.
lasso.
One more.
Well, this one I kind of wish was a law here
What
at
was
my.
it, a bull shark? Lasso bull, okay.
Okay, all right.
It's the best I got.
You redeemed yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Now, finally, in Tennessee, if you can control this, I don't know how you can. I'd like to have this law at my house sometimes. It's illegal for frogs to croak after 11 p.m.
That's hilarious.
Frogs will be keeping me up at night sometimes.
Arrest them all.
I mean, can you imagine the
Little
cop?
cuffs. Little cuffs for him.
Wildlife and Fisheries is out there.
Well,
Put a little muzzle on each frog.
that's why frog legs became a thing. It was just those annoying fucking frogs.
It was all the ones that croaked after he left.
You notice they don't croak around my house. Let's not jump to conclusions here.
Oh. Womp womp.
You were really leaping there.
That's why I know my geography so well, is because of leapfrog. Remember that as a kid?
Yeah, I remember leapfrog.
Yep, you press your pin and it'd tell you the states.
What is the capital of Syria?
Do you remember?
States, I just said states.
What is the capital of Kentucky?
Do you remember the episode, Colin,
that
that you and I did where
Close Frankfurt.
They had the Friedman family play, the dad playing naked leapfrog with the kids in the basement.
How could I forget? Yeah. That was my
I do remember that.
That was my childhood.
Yes.
Well, except we didn't have basements. No basements in Louisiana.
Right. No basements. Well, thank y'all so much for doing this with me.
This was fun.
Well, I'm going to try to get y'all to do I'm going to try to find some more funny stuff to do.
Please do, and call me every time.
All right.
The one that really left the mark with me, I don't even know how long ago, was the guy with the Sonic corn dogs that left a trail. That was, that was my favorite dumb criminal.
I think he was high and went to Sonic and just like fucking... stole a fucking shitload of corn dogs and left a trail behind him.
I don't know why that just stuck with me for so long, but I still remember it.
So if y'all like that and would like to support the show, go to Patreon, Patreon/grits, and you can help support the show. I have 2 Patreon members sitting right here with me.
I got charged this morning, baby.
Hannah and Colin. Thank you for your support.
I got an email. I was like, what's charging my account?
I get a little notification on the first.
Oh, it's Miss Tammy.
It's my favorite podcast.
I can't stop her $5 a month.
We're paying off our Universal trips. We've got about 60 years left on the
just
all of Harold's meat.
I was going to say, just think the $5 a month is cheap for dinner that you get on Friday nights.
That's my payment in full.
All right. Anything else, guys? Go to Patreon/grits. Go to Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're on so many things. Facebook, Grits Group, Family, Friends, and Fans. Am I forgetting anything?
Don't forget to like all the Instagram pictures, like the YouTube. It helps. Every little bit helps.
Yes, please like, follow, subscribe, leave comments. And apparently Apple updated something where if you were subscribed to us on Apple Podcasts, now they've done an update, and you don't automatically get the downloads every week anymore. So you have to go back and resubscribe.
That's weird.
I know. So hopefully you're hearing this. If you were on Apple and you didn't know you were missing it, and maybe you're back, go back and resubscribe, because Apple did their thing with the update.
Always.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. We love y'all out there. Tell your mom and them to listen, and we're going to let Zydeco Mike take us out.